everyone, so I thought I would give YouTube another go. If you followed me for a while, I did try a YouTube video like years ago. It was just a one-off like haul video in May, I think it was, but yeah, it was a bit of an epic fail because I never carried it on. No idea why. I think I just wasn't in the right frame of mind, but I feel ready now and I've decorated my room. Can you believe that? It was once dark purple. So I thought for my first video I would just do a standard 25 facts about me, so I'll get to it, okay? Number 1, I was born on the 19th of March 1993, which makes me a Pisces, and I'm 24 years old. Number 2, I have always lived in the countryside. Where I've mostly grown up was in a village called Oakley, and it literally had one bus service going into town. I never used it, but most of my friends lived nearer to the city, and I always had to like get my mum to like drive me to see my friends, and it was always about a 20-minute, half an hour drive. But I'm in a better location now, nearer to town, so yeah, I feel much better where I live, but I still live with my mum. Number 3. When I was little, my dream job was to be either an artist or a vet. Number 4. When I was at preschool and primary school, I was more of a tomboy. Apparently, whenever they have like the little dress-up clothes, I always used to dress up as a policeman, and I would always wear one of those like big like policeman hats. I wasn't really a girly girl growing up. I never really liked Barbies or the Spice Girls or anything like that. Number 5, I've never really had long hair. Even like as a kid, probably the longest I ever had my hair was probably just like down to the shoulders. I had it cut short. I had the Posh Beckham. Does anyone remember the Posh Beckham bob? You know, where it was always shorter at the back and longer at the front. I had that at the beginning of sixth form, and then I cut this side shorter to make it look like an asymmetric bob. And then one day I literally just said to my hairdresser, oh, can you like do my hair like Frankie from the Saturdays? So that's how I've always had short hair. I have had it shorter though, can you imagine? When I was getting bored of having like the Frankie haircut, I thought, oh, I'll give the Emma Watson pixie short hair a go. So I had that probably about 5 years ago, and it was the biggest regret of my life, purely because I couldn't twiddle my hair. That's like my worst habit ever. So you know, when you automatically like go up to your head to like twiddle your hair, there was nothing there. So that took about 1.5 years to like grow back to this sort of length again. So yeah, I've always like tried different things with my hair. I've never been afraid to go a bit experimental. I've only just recently had my hair coloured to this. I only got that done on Tuesday. But if anyone that doesn't know me, I've had purple hair, I've had red hair, I've had like grey silver hair. I mean, when you have short hair, there's not much you can do styling wise, so I get bored of my hair quite easily. Number 7, I was always a chatterbox at school, and I would still say I'm a chatterbox now. If I ever got told off at school, it would be because of talking in class, and I have a really bad tendency to get my words and phrases mixed up. However, I somehow got a B in my English GCSE, so no idea. Which now leads me to say that I am probably more an extrovert more than an introvert. Is that how you say it? Extrovert? I get an absolute buzz out of talking to people. Talking to people? I get a real buzz talking to people. I work in retail, so I'm always talking to customers, and whenever I go to events I get an absolute buzz meeting new people and, you know, hearing about their interests and their lives. However, if I was to ever chill out, probably my favourite thing to do is just grab a coffee in a cafe, sit outside and just like people watch for an hour or two, or I happily love chilling downstairs when everyone's gone to bed and just catch up on some television from the past week. Number 10, I've always grown up with cats. The most I've ever had was 3 until one of them like sadly went missing. But I would love to have a dog. I would love to have a dog when I move out. Ideally, I would love to have a husky, like a husky puppy, or those like teddy bear dogs. I think they're called chow chows. They look adorable, and I've already like decided that I'm going to call it Simba because it just literally looks like a big teddy bear lion dog. They look so adorable. Number 11. My favourite clothes shop growing up was New Look, and weirdly now I work for them. I joined New Look back in October just as a sales assistant, part-time, which I do really enjoy. I love talking to customers and I love helping find them outfits for like holiday or occasions, and it also like forces me to get out of the house when I am absolutely sick and tired of blogging. So yeah, I do really enjoy retail. However, if I had to choose like a favourite clothes shop or online shop, it would probably have to be Missguided. I have like loved Missguided since like day one, and it was absolutely amazing to excuse me, to visit their Westfield Stratford store before it opened. That was incredible. Seeing a brand, if anyone in retail could probably relate, but to see a brand new store before any customers and see all the clothes looking tidy and like seeing all the mannequins. I mean, they have unicorn mannequins. Yeah, that was a really special moment for me. But I'd probably say, yeah, Missguided, Boohoo, Topshop, always been a fan of Topshop, and I think New Look are really like killing it as well with their summer clothing. So I really struggled to pick one clothes shop. There's too many. Number 13. The only surgery I've had was, funny enough, on November the 13th, and that was just to have a breast enlargement. I think I was 19 when I had it done. I try not to be superstitious of the number 13, however my sister did break her foot on Friday the 13th. Number 14. I think my favourite part of blogging, to be completely honest with you, is the photography side of it. I did do A-level photography, and I've always been a fan of like taking pictures. I'd always be the annoying one to have a camera like on nights out or days out. I'd always be the one putting it on social media. So I think that's my favourite side of blogging. However, I have been getting bored of just like expressing myself behind a photograph or behind a written blog post, because I think I express myself best talking. So yeah, fingers crossed. I really hope I can make YouTube work. Number 15. I've had loads of like awesome like opportunities throughout my time of blogging. However, an absolute highlight of mine probably has to be meeting Grumpy Cat. I remember when I got the invite, I was in the doctor's waiting room, and I was just looking through Twitter, and I noticed another blogger had put that she had been invited to meet Grumpy Cat, and I was like, oh my god, that sounds amazing. I've always loved like all the Grumpy Cat memes, and I've always like seen Grumpy Cat on YouTube, and then suddenly 5 minutes later I get this email for the invite, and it was with Primark, and I was literally trying to like contain myself, but I was in a quiet waiting room and I literally could not stop smiling to myself. And then obviously I get back home and I say to Mum, like, I can't wait to tell you like who I'm going to meet. It is literally like a celebrity, but it's not a human celebrity. But yeah, meeting Grumpy Cat was amazing, and she's really small. She's like a dwarf cat. But yeah, that was an awesome opportunity I've had with blogging. So yeah, I thought I'd put that little story out there for you. Number 16. When it comes to friends, I would always say quality over quantity. I'm only in touch with 2 people from secondary school, and then I've also got 2 friends which I had from my last job at Topshop. They are all completely different, but I wouldn't change them for the world, and I'm totally grateful that I still have them in my life, especially after some of them I've known for like over 10 years. So yeah, I am pretty grateful for my friends. As soppy as it sounds though, my 2 best of friends are probably my mum and my boyfriend though. I'm really happy that I've got a good relationship with my mum. She's also like my main photographer, and then My partner Matt I've been with for 8 years, and he also helps me with my like blogging and photography, and I'm very lucky to have both of them in my life. Number 18, the most visited country I have ever been to is Turkey. Matt is half Turkish, so I've been to Turkey now either like with his family or just with him. I want to say at least like 6 times. Their beaches and hotels out there are absolutely stunning, and I'm still not bored of Turkey. Chances are we'll probably go to Turkey again this year. However, one of the most incredible places I've ever visited was probably Dubai, but I would just suggest to you, please do not go in June. Yes, it's 45 degrees and that does sound very hot. It's humid. The humidity is actually unbearable. Best time to go to Dubai, if you do consider it, is probably like October, February time, winter season. But yeah, Dubai was amazing to visit, and I still have no regrets, even though my makeup was constantly melting down my face. My first time going on a plane was when I was actually 18 years old. I was meant to go on a plane for the Year 8 Spanish school trip. However, I chickened out 2 weeks before because I was actually petrified. My parents don't like flying, so I've always been brought up on like caravan holidays or centre parks. So yeah, my first time going on the plane was with my boyfriend, and it was just a quick 1 hour to Paris. Number 20, I have been to Creamfields Festival 4 years running, and I am planning to go again this year. That probably gives you a rough idea of what kind of music I like. Anything really upbeat, anything, you know, house or EDM. I absolutely love listening to anywhere, in the gym, or obviously at Creamfields Festival, or just in the car. That is like my favourite genre. Number 21, my favourite junk food has to be pizza, but it has to be barbecue based pizza. I remember Matt like introducing me to barbecue based pizza many years ago. I think it was on a Domino's pizza, and oh my god, it's an absolute like changes you, absolutely changes you. Once you go to barbecue based, you just don't go back. But I will always say pizza is pizza at the end of the day. Of course I wouldn't say no to a tomato-based pizza or just an Asda pizza, because pizza is pizza at the end of the day. Number 22. It has taken me 3 attempts to pass my driving test, and even on the 3rd attempt I passed with 12 minors. Number 23. One of the most embarrassing memories I've had in my entire life, but it was a massive childhood memory for me, was my 11th birthday, and my parents said, you know, you're allowed to have a big sleepover, and we had like all the airbeds out in the living room, and I decided to do a seat drop on an airbed. Biggest mistake. Chalk from inside the airbed literally went everywhere, and my mum literally gave me the biggest bollocking because she obviously tidied the whole house beforehand, and there was chalk everywhere, in between book pages, all over the fireplace, and I was literally just crying my eyes out in front of all my friends because I literally made the whole house an entire tip just because I thought that I would be able to do a seat drop on an airbed and bounce back up again. What was I thinking? 24. If you could see my room right now, I am a super messy person. In this little section here, it looks pretty tidy, but you really would not want to see what the rest of my room looks like now. And the last fact of the day, number 25. After this video, if I can get through it all, I am going to a spinning class. I've always enjoyed going to the gym for many years. However, the last time I went to a spinning class, I legged it out of the session halfway because I literally thought I was going to faint. So wish me luck, people. So that is the last fact of my little 25 facts about me. One thing I also want to point out to you guys is, look how nice my, oh, I'm charging my phone at the moment. Look how nice my phone case is. It's from Skinny Dip, and it's like a shell. It's like shell textured. It is £18 though. So It isn't the cheapest of phone cases, however I would definitely recommend it if you're going on holiday and you want like a nice holiday phone case, and that's also going to be, you know, strong and sturdy as well. So yeah, this is the end of my video. I'm hoping to vlog maybe a few days out in the next couple of weeks time, but for now please comment below like any facts about you, because I'd love to hear like about you and obviously who's going to be watching any of my videos if you like them. So please subscribe below and comment below maybe a fact about you, because I'd love to hear some interesting stuff about my audience. I also want to add as well, like pretty much everything in this video is misguided. The jacket that I'm wearing, which has got this cute little frill hem here, that's misguided. My little top is from Misguided, and even this purple jacket behind me is also from Misguided, but I'll link all the items below for you to save you from rummaging, okay? Have a good evening everyone. Bye guys. Bye.